Hi, everyone. Welcome to Conversations with Nicole. I'm Nicole Boone. My guest today is Dr. Claudia Bornholdt, Dean of the Edwards College of Humanities and Fine Arts at Coastal Carolina University in Conway, South Carolina. Dr. Bornholdt, I'm so excited to have you on the show today.
Yeah, I'm so happy to finally meet you, Nicole.
Well, thanks. I feel the same about you. I know you recently moved to South Carolina in 2019 in interesting times to take on this position at Coastal Carolina University, but you just jumped right in, made the best of it, and started initiatives on and off campus. And one of those is the Edwards Live initiatives. Tell us about that.
Yes, absolutely. So yeah, we're the College of Humanities and Fine Arts, which means we are doing a lot of live performances, right, in theater and music, all of this exhibitions in our art gallery. And with the pandemic, all of this had to stop immediately. So what we did is we decided, how can we keep delivering the content we deliver usually to our community? And part of it is the performances, but part of it, of course, is we have book readings, authors readings, we do lectures, we do talks, and usually we bring the community and the public to campus to participate. So we decided we have to bring it to people's homes. So what we've been doing relatively quickly in March and April is to move everything into the virtual environment. And we've launched the Edwards Live series, and we're pushing it out to all our social media sites, some on YouTube, mostly on, and not that I want to make advertising for social media, the usual outlets on Facebook, a lot of it. So, and it's been a lot of work because we all had to learn how to do it. We had no idea how to stream events and how to make this happen. And we have reached so many people with this. We've had so many really community members, alums, people who would never actually have an opportunity to participate. So that's been wonderful. I have to say that's our silver lining, that we were able to really get this out. And I have to say I have an amazing team. I have a publications group on campus who just reinvented everything. So it's been great. It's been really wonderful. And we keep doing it. I just sent out on Monday, I sent out the events for the next 2 weeks, and it was a very long list. Everything from documentary film screenings, where we can bring now the directors or producers, which we couldn't have done before. So we like last semester, we had a German film director who was in Berlin, and he just, zoomed in and participated in a discussion. So a lot of this has become possible because of the virtual environment, and that's been good.
Well, I think when you are delivered some lemons, you make some lemonade, and it seems like that's what you've done with the Edwards Live.
It's been good, and I think we of course we can't wait to be back in the theater and the stage and all this, but I think a lot of this will keep going, right? I think we will be able to stream more and make much more of our content accessible this way, and bring more. I think we've all learned that, right? We'll be able to bring many more guests and experts and scholars and artists in just virtually, right? So
I think it forced us all to think out of the box a little bit. So for that, we are grateful, and for you to reach more people through the Edwards Live initiative. I love that. Now, you're also involved off campus, the Myrtle Beach Performing Arts Center, and also Arts in Conway. Talk about that.
Yes, yeah, so those are of course exciting. The theater in Myrtle Beach was well underway, the planning for it, before I came, but I guess I was lucky that the final push happened right when I arrived last year, 2 years ago, 2019. Yes, so that's fantastic, right? Currently we call it the Broadway Theater because it's the old Broadway movie theater. And that's been, so the outlook of having this theater, hopefully if it goes by plan in fall 22, but the work with the city has been amazing. So I've met with the planners, the architectural firm, and the representatives from the city. Our faculty, the chair of our theater department was involved, music. So it's been a wonderful collaboration. And it's been so great to see kind of go through the different stages, because we're using 3 historical buildings and we're keeping them, the historical shape of the buildings. And just to fit a state-of-the-art theater into this space is going to be wonderful. I drive by once in a while just to remind myself this is happening. So yeah, that will be wonderful.
I love the fact that you take the history and you combine it with what we have new today. And I think it's very important and very wise of the city to have someone like you on board with your knowledge and your vision to help them, because in the end, everyone wins with a wonderful facility and the productions that will be there. It will be amazing.
Yeah, I think so too. And we're trying to bring in all kinds of different aspects into the project. So we're trying to do some kind of heritage preservation now, collecting old images. We want to make exhibitions. We want to get the students involved to look really at the before and after and document all these steps, which will be wonderful. So this will be exciting.
That is exciting. That is exciting. And I understand you have an interesting art initiative happening in downtown Conway that has to do with a mural.
Yes, we are. We're actually doing two things right now in Conway. One, the most public is the mural. So yeah, the city of Conway is doing what they call Teal Alley. So it's the, and we have a group of students, I think 11, I should know this, but I think 11 students and a faculty member, and they are working, it's two walls facing each other, and they're working on this mural, which will be coastal themed, very large, very interactive. So it really is kind of the way it's designed. We have this idea of people will really take pictures there. Yeah. So that's definitely happening. That should, if it stops raining at some point, if it stops raining ever this winter, then it should be done in April. That's the plan. And so we will do a big reveal of this, hopefully. And then we have another project that's a little more hidden, but we have in our theater department, we have a physical theater concentration. And those students usually go a year to Italy for a kind of practical year, and they workshop there, and they do an intensive 15-credit internship in Italy, which they couldn't do this year. So the city of Conway was amazing. They helped us, gave us a space. It's the old tobacco warehouse in downtown Conway. And so now we have this group of students actually there. We hired an instructor from Italy to come. He's not quite here yet. He's arriving next week. And then a second instructor kind of who helps, a kind of visiting director to help and work with the students. So this is really fantastic. I call it the Little Italy in Conway project we're on right now. So.
You know, again, thinking out of the box, making things happen so your students and your community continue to grow and expand their horizons culturally as well. So I think that's, the Little Italy sounds amazing.
Right? I know.
I look forward to coming and seeing some of those things once they come to fruition, especially with the mural and the things that are going on there as well. Now, you're also involved in some different grant initiatives. Talk a little bit about that.
Yes, so that's also something I'm so proud of, that we're doing it, and it's so important that it's happening. And that's mainly, so there's major grant initiatives happening through our Charles Joyner Institute for Gullah and African Diaspora Studies. And then also we have the S&AM Press, which is our in-house publishing group. And so they have two large grant projects. One of them is restoring the old black schoolhouse on Sandy Island, and that's a collaboration we're doing with Brook Green Gardens and Georgetown County. And that's wonderful. I mean, it's a little more slow than we were hoping it to be, but I just talked to one of the people involved with it, Ellie Crandall, and now we're hoping to have this done by the end of the year. So that would really mean that the schoolhouse, which has been a schoolhouse since the mid-30s, an elementary school for the Gullah community on Sandy Island. So it's been great working with the community, of course, and making this happen. So we got the schoolhouse now is on the National Registry for Historic Places, which is fantastic. So that happened, and yeah, that's a big project. And the other big project we're working on is also connected to the Gullah community here in South Carolina. It's a digitizing project. And that's also grant funded, and this tries to digitize almost 7,000 individual pieces of really heritage, all histories, archival material, plantation records, and to really just document the rich history here and make it accessible, right, and available for people.
I love that, because you know, we need to remember where we came from so we know how we're moving forward, and honor all walks of life and all societies and cultures. That's wonderful. That is exciting. And I know you're involved also with the Narratives of Democracy. Tell me about that.
Yes, the Narratives of Democracy. So we started last year to think about, you know, a new center we wanted to form in the college, and we're launching a new center in the fall, this fall, and it's called the Center for Inclusive Excellence, and it's really grown out of, we had like undergraduate research fellows who engaged in research work with faculty, and this is now, the idea is to bring together faculty, undergraduate students and graduate students, and they will all work on a theme. And so we selected the theme Narratives of Democracy before January 6th happened, before our democracy really saw a very, you know, very tangible threat, obviously. So this is going to be the theme our students will engage in with faculty over the whole, you know, next academic year. And I'm really excited about that. And so the official launch is in the fall. We have the first 12 students, undergraduate students, already working, and they're kind of part of setting up the center with us, which is great. We're getting kind of their ideas and programming ideas, what they would like to do and their research project. So yeah, there will be a lot coming out of the college on this starting this fall. And part of what we're doing is this whole initiative has a community component as well. So we're really trying to work on programming and some coursework also for the community to participate.
Well, it's just exciting to listen to you talk about all the wonderful things that are happening within the Edwards College. And as we go to close, you have an anniversary coming up.
Yes, we have our 20th anniversary. That's right. So this is actually, yes, this September is the 20th anniversary of the Edwards building, the big building we're all in. And I hope lots of people have been there and been to the theater and the recital hall in there. So yes, the building has its 20th anniversary, and with that, the named college. So the Edwards College of Humanities and Fine Arts. And so we are obviously planning a lot of events for next academic year starting this fall. We're waiting a little bit still to see how much in person we can do in the fall already, but everyone will get a lot of news coming out of our college about this anniversary. So yeah, we look forward to it, and we hope the community will come and support and really, you know, support our students, our performers, and really come to campus once it's safe again to do so.
No, everyone's ready to get back on campus, but I tell you, it's really exciting to hear all of the wonderful initiatives and events that are taking place at CCU, and that you are spearheading and pressing forward despite the pandemic and thinking out of the box to make sure the community is connected to the school and that your students are served. I tell you, CCU is blessed to have you, and I am really feel blessed to have had the opportunity to talk with you today. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Well, again, thank you for being my guest. And that's going to do it for this edition of Conversations with Nicole. If you'd like to reach out to CCU and Dr. Bornholdt, I'll have information in the description on how you can do that. And until I see you again, everyone, I hope you have a great day.